Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Let us continue playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're going into the trial of the stolen turnabout. October 13, 936 District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! What people? Oh, so check out the Master Mask Glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? Wait, you bought a photo? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. That's weird. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. You're a sucker for a lot of things. Master Mask publicity photo. Stuck to the court record. Why would he... Come on, I'm guilty, throw the book at me! Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it! Ah, what's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal, me! Ah, he's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lord Lee Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes! Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So he's been blackmailed. He's been blackmailed into admitting he's the criminal, I think. Let me check this. Is that purple paint? What is that? Does he have purple paint on him? Or is that just like the lighting? Why is there purple? So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Dizzy, honey. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Maybe she's the thief. Hold on. Is there enough space in here to hide her boobs? Maybe. You see, actually the thief isn't me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent! If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Okay. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. Maybe she's the thief. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Master Mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 6! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to? What a stupid question! What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? No, are you ready? No, you first. Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. This is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. That's a rule to live by. Whose rule? Who are you? And why are you wearing VR goggles? What are you watching in those VR goggles? I'm Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Well, now's a good time to start. Ah! Here's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ah! None! What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Good. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law. Ah, don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces, or over our hearts, or to cover our butts. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Wait a minute. He's returned from the depths of hell to do battle with me? Do I know this guy? White hair, VR goggles. Have we seen this character before? We haven't. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo. It's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. That's your opening statement. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? Are you telling me you're the weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two? What? So stupid. He's so stupid. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Ugh. The important thing is what you know, that's all. No, he needs to state his name with... He needs to state his name and occupation. Start talking! We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. You know, it's not the judge's job to ask the questions. It's the prosecutor's job to ask the questions. Yes, sir. Master Mask crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He is so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual he sent a card on to Lord Lee Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we are sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot! What are you? What? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. What? Very well, it's only coffees after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Mask crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Let me save the game. So the box that the urn was in was not the box that the mask took in the photo. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. I'm sure that's not true. It's true. I'm a Svari, author on thieves. That's not true. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. I swear everybody slips through your fingers. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Svari, do you? Who is this person? Svari? He sounds German. Svari's not German. His name is Look at Me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Ugh. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Okay, how does that... He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except... the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. Wait a minute. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Amy stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lord Lee Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. But we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. But that emblem was found in my client's apartment. This was his 5th heist, and as usual he sent a card on to Lord Lee Taylor. Wait. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Well, that's harsh. Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Good. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces, except this is not precious. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous tear of Imanon. What is that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that, the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atlee retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. That's probably a forgery. The real one was stolen, and then he returned the fake one to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. His wife, though. His wife, though, is not too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we are sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. Ugh, I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all parts of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions... That's right! It means that Master Mask is behind it! Well... not necessarily. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. No, Maya. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But... also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. Yeah, like this... okay, there's a number of things. First of all, the urn is not actually all that valuable. Supposedly priceless but has no monetary value. Secondly, well, I don't have the box in my evidence. So the box that held the urn, which Maya made the box, that box has paint on the bottom of it. Ah! I pressed the wrong... okay, when's the last time I saved? Hold on. When's the last time I saved? Alright, thank goodness for compulsive saving. I pressed the wrong button. So this thing... that little square there... is where the box with the urn in it sat when the paint was poured. So it's not this box. Which has no paint on the bottom. Alright, so first of all, let me present the cheap ass urn. Most precious art pieces, present. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there is one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant it from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. Ugh! If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the thief of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. What happened to the other 106 numbers? I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite! What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. What does it mean? If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then there must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake the mask. Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Although I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we are waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake the mask. Oh, I didn't save. I didn't save. That does not prove anything. Ron's wallet, found in the KB security building around 1 AM at the night of crime. I believe that proves it. Or is it this one? Oh, we don't have the record yet. Okay, this proves it. What is this evidence supposed to prove? Ha! Well, it proves someone here is a fake, alright. Wait, what? I'm just gonna like go back, and I do realize I'm going all the way back quite a bit. Alright, let me just like spam through this. Look, the wallet proves that my client was not at the scene of the crime. Prove that he's fake? That doesn't prove that he's fake. It does kind of prove in a roundabout way that he didn't steal the urn, but it doesn't prove that he's the fake the mask. Unless they want me to present this. Which makes even less sense than the wallet. Yeah, no, it's not that. Look, I don't... This is a stretch. Are you serious? That is such a stretch. There's like multiple missing steps. Anyway, the proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. It's this, right? Yeah, no, that's such a stretch because we don't have the other box in the evidence. It's right here, I think. No. Unless I'm missing something about the costume. I must be missing something about the costume.